Here at the Madhouse on Madison, the United Center, Chicago, Illinois, I'm Ryan Fahey with you here from SportsTownChicago.com, part of the BeOnAir.com network. Today, the Chicago Bulls will be announcing that they are the 20th NBA team to have their own developmental league in their organization. We'll turn it over now to the Chicago Stadium Club for the official announcements.
Ladies and gentlemen, good afternoon. And welcome on behalf of the Chicago Bulls organization and all of you to the United Center and those watching globally on Bulls TV and Bulls.com for a very special announcement. Before we begin our program today, we want to thank all the men and women serving our country on this Veterans Day. And we want to recognize two veterans who are in our audience today. Hoffman Estates Village trustees Gary Puloffice and Michael Gaeta. Trustee Puloffice served in the United States Marine Corps from 1986 to 2001, where he participated in Operation Desert Shield and Desert Storm. He also served in a ready reserve capacity between 2001 and 2004. Trustee Gaeta is a veteran of the Army in the 3rd Armored Division based in Frankfurt, Germany. He was active for 2 years and spent 6 years in the reserves. We want to thank you for both for your service, and thank you to everyone who has served and the family members especially who have supported them. Can we give them a round of applause? Thank you very much. Thank you. I would like to invite now Trustee Gaeta to the stage to lead us in the Pledge of Allegiance in honor of Veterans Day.
Thank you. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you.
Thank you, Trustee Gaeta. Now I'd like to begin our speaking program by introducing the NBA D-League President, Mr. Malcolm Turner.
Thank you and good afternoon. I am very excited on behalf of the NBA Development League to announce that the Chicago Bulls have been awarded the right to own and operate our 22nd team in the NBA Development League. This team will begin play in 2016-17 at Hoffman Estates, and we couldn't be more thrilled with this announcement. We're growing, as evidenced by this announcement, and this really caps a tremendous period of growth for the league. With this announcement, we will have added 3 new NBA teams to the ranks of D-League ownership for the 2016-17 season, and we believe this really provides yet another proof point of the value that this league is providing for NBA owners, coaches, GMs in terms of creating value throughout the NBA system. I want to thank Michael Reinsdorf, Gar Forman, the entire Chicago Bulls organization. We are looking forward to working with you in this new capacity, and we look forward to bringing D-League brand of basketball to Hoffman Estates with our new partners there with the Sears Center. So thank you very much. We're very excited. We look forward to TIP in 2016.
Thank you, Malcolm. Now I'd like to turn it over to Mayor Bill McLeod of Hoffman Estates.
Thank you, Chuck. This is a great day for Hoffman Estates and the Sears Center Arena. Chicago Bulls franchise is one of the best-run sports organizations in the world, and to have their D-League team playing in Hoffman Estates, what an opportunity for all of us. It'll certainly be a big boost to our Burgundy Entertainment Center out there, and the people who live in the northwest suburbs will be able to see future NBA and some current NBA players play at the Sears Center Arena. So this is a fabulous day for us. It's been a pleasure working with the Bulls organization. I want to thank them, Michael Reinsdorf, John Paxton, Gar Forman, and Ram, and everybody who was involved in this. And I want to thank our village team that worked on coming to the agreement. It's a very fair agreement for both sides, and we look forward to partnering with the Chicago Bulls for more than 20 years. So thank you very much.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. By the way, in attendance is John Paxson. John, thank you very much. We'd like to welcome, yes. Now we'd like to welcome the State Representative, Fred Crespo. Thank you.
Good afternoon, and actually thank you for the invitation. So I spent the entire day yesterday in Springfield from like 8 o'clock in the morning till like 9 o'clock at night, left Springfield this morning, and I have to tell you, this is so much better being here than Springfield. And my claim to fame, by the way, is that my cousin Frank Diaz used to broadcast the Chicago Bulls games in the Spanish radio station back in the 1990s when Michael Jordan was playing. So, and there was very few times when the Chicago Bulls gave out rings not only to the players, but to the people who were associated with the league or with the team. So he has this nice ring that he brags about all the time. This time I'm going to brag that I actually have the D-League in my hometown, so I'm very excited about that. And what's not lost in us is that we understand, at least I know, that the Bulls organization can have gone to any other state to take this team. And I really, truly appreciate the fact that you guys decided to stay here at home. It's very significant. It goes to show you that I consider this as a business coming to Illinois. It's going to be very beneficial to the state, but most importantly to the northwest suburbs, not only to Hoffman Estates. And it not only going to help the economic engine in the area, but it's also going to improve the quality of life in the area as well. The D-League markets itself as a family-friendly event at an affordable price. And I think that's very key. When you consider the northwest suburbs, we have the largest high school district in the state of Illinois. We have the largest elementary and secondary district in the state of Illinois. And we have the largest school unit, K through 12, in Illinois. We have a lot of young families and a lot of kids, and I think they're going to benefit from all of this. And so I'm very thankful, and I just have one favor to ask Mr. Reinsdorf and the Bulls, and that is, if you could bring a D-League for our players in Springfield, that would be really, really helpful. Thank you very much, folks. Thank you.
Thank you, Representative Crespo. The Bulls organization, very, very proud of our organization. We have great employees, many of whom are with us today, so thank you for your attendance. We appreciate that. And now with a few words is our president and the COO of the Chicago Bulls, Michael Reinsdorf. Michael.
Thank you, Chuck. I want to welcome Mayor McLeod, State Representative Fred Crespo, and all of you here today to the United Center. Malcolm, thanks for letting us do this. We're really proud to be awarded our D-League franchise here. We're excited because we're going to be able to bring basketball and the Bulls game experience to more fans throughout the region. I'd like to thank Mayor McLeod and all the trustees from the Village of Hoffman Estates. We worked very well with you, collaborating, trying to get this deal done, and we're really excited about this opportunity. I'm really excited that we're going to be able to call the Sears Center home to our D-League franchise. For those of you who don't know the Sears Center Arena, it's a wonderful arena, seats 10,000 seats. It's for sure the second best arena in the state of Illinois. Although Ben's looking over there and he's not smiling quite as much. I do want to thank Arena General Manager Ben Gibbs and his entire staff. We actually started exploring this opportunity probably about 14 months ago. So he's not only able to keep things on the lowdown, but we worked really well in trying to determine whether this is the right situation for us. And we're clearly, certainly now after listening to State Representative Fred Crespo talk about the area of Hoffman Estates in the northwest suburbs, we know that we're making the right decision. I also have another great announcement to make. BMO Harris Bank will be the presenting partner of our new D-League team. We have a number of BMO Harris representatives here with us today, including, where's Joe? Joe Teller. It's a great name for someone who works at a bank. And he's probably heard that 8 million times, but Joe is the U.S. Director of Integrative Planning and Operations. BMO actually has been a partner of the Chicago Bulls for almost a decade, so we're thrilled that they're following us out to the northwest suburbs. We take a lot of pride in the Bulls game day experience here at the United Center, and we plan to bring that same excitement, energy, and hard work to all our fans out in the northwest suburbs. it's important to us that we hold ourselves to the highest standards of customer service, team operations, and entertainment. One area that we are very passionate about is giving back to the community. And we will bring that same commitment to the D-League team. We're making an investment in the community, and we look forward to developing new relationships with all these different schools, hospitals, and nonprofit organizations in the region. Over the last couple of weeks, I've been asked several times, when are we actually starting operations for this D-League team? And I'm here to tell you that today is the first day of operation. So if you know anyone who's interested in season tickets, please, please have them call us. So thank you, and we're really excited.
Thank you, Michael. Our final speaker is our general manager of the Chicago Bulls, a man along with Pax have put together a fantastic ball club, not only on the floor, but also from a competitive standpoint, but also importantly, a character standpoint with our Bulls players. Mr. Gar Foreman.
Thank you, Chuck. We're real excited about this, and we think this is a terrific step for our franchise from a basketball perspective, and I was going to talk a little bit about that. As you guys know, those of you who have followed us, this organization has a great belief in building through the draft and in player development from within. And those of you that know the league know that we've been among the league leaders in drafted players on our roster and then retaining those players into a second contract and beyond. And we think it is a key ingredient to sustaining success over a long period of time. This will be another important tool for us to help our young players develop and grow. The D-League, if you've watched D-League basketball, it's an excellent brand of basketball, and the competition is terrific. I've gone to the D-League showcase each and every year. Myself, John, our scouts have scouted the D-League extensively, and we know how strong that the competition is at the D-League level, and it's our plan to use this on a consistent basis for our young players. We haven't used the D-League a lot in the past, the biggest reason being that we wanted our players in our culture and within our system. But now that we have control of a D-League team, and especially with the proximity so close to where we're at, we see it where we're going to have the best of both worlds. We'll have players in our building, learning our culture, learning the game from our veterans, from our coaches, and yet we'll have the opportunity to send those players to the D-League to get valuable minutes on the floor. An example might be, we just got out of practice an hour ago. Maybe Bobby Portis or Cameron Bairstow were at practice with us this morning. They go to Hoffman Estates tonight. They get 35 minutes of great quality basketball on the floor. They're back in our building again tomorrow. So we plan on using it, again, for the development and growth of our young guys. We think it's going to be a real positive for our fans. I think they'll enjoy it. It's going to be a positive for our staff. But most of all, we think it's going to be a positive for our young players, and we're looking forward to starting this relationship and starting this team up next year and getting our young guys down there where you can watch them play. Thank you.
Well, thank you, Gar, and thank all of you for joining us today. We're going to have a brief reception. We're going to ask all the speakers for a group photo, and then members of the media will have an opportunity to speak with the speakers in just a few moments. Beth, if you care to come on stage here, and then we'll have a photo op, and then you'll be able to ask the gentlemen questions following. Thank you.
Here with NBA D-League President Malcolm Turner. And Malcolm, obviously a lot of people know about the city of Chicago as a basketball mecca, whether it's in the preps, college, or with the Chicago Bulls organization. How important is it to finally get a D-League team into the Chicagoland area?
We're thrilled. The history and affinity for the game of basketball is well documented in this community, and so we couldn't be happier with this announcement to bring NBA D-League basketball to the greater Chicago area. And then more broadly, this is our 22nd team. We're growing, and we've been focused on growth, and 30 for 30 has been a stated target for ours, and with this announcement, this will bring us to 22 teams, and so we feel like 30 for 30 is well within striking distance.
Michael Reinsdorf mentioned in the press conference that this has kind of been in the plannings for a little bit over a year now. In the beginning stages, your initial reaction to perhaps bringing a D-League team into a major market like Chicago?
Always very excited about it. I think it's one of the interesting things about our league. When you look across our footprint, we exist successfully in a variety of different markets, a variety of different buildings, and so we were certainly very attracted to the market of Chicago, and to work with an organization like the Chicago Bulls and Michael Reinsdorf and his fine team, that was very attractive and very compelling. And so yes, we've been at this for a while, and one of the reasons for a while is really focused on how do we launch a successful business, one that's sustainable for the long term, and really giving this enough runway for a successful launch. And so, but we're very excited and really happy to be partnering with the Chicago Bulls and Michael Reinsdorf in this way.
With the Sears Center kind of being in the northwest suburbs and the D-League kind of branching out not just in the Chicago market but into the northwest suburbs of the Hoffman Estates community, we saw the mayor have his own jersey, and I don't know if anybody saw that Pau Gasol might be getting replaced now since the number 16's been taken. When it comes to developing the D-League even more, you said this is the 22nd D-League team that is within NBA franchises. What continues going forward with the growth of the D-League to the other markets that maybe still haven't had a D-League team yet but could still have one in the very near future?
Absolutely. So I would say for all NBA teams who don't currently have a Development League team, we're in active conversations. So we are, while this will conclude our 2016-17 class, we're talking to a number of other NBA teams about 17, 18, and beyond. But overall, from a growth standpoint, the talent level within this league has never been higher. We had a record number of D-League players called up to the NBA last season, a record number of NBA players assigned to the D-League, and so the player movement between the NBA and the D-League is taking place at unprecedented levels. And if our indications from talking with NBA coaches and GMs at summer meetings is any indication, we expect we will eclipse those numbers for this season.
I find it interesting with all the Chicago highways around it, for anybody that lives around the Chicagoland area, how everything's so connected in so many ways. With the partnership at the Sears Center Arena and how it's just a straight shot down Interstate 90 and maybe about a 45-minute to an hour commute from the United Center, how important is that for the D-League team, their home arena to be the Sears Center, be so close, for the most part, to the United Center?
I think it's certainly a benefit, and Gar Foreman spoke about that today, and we see that across our league. Proximity matters. And so the notion of working with your players and coaches here at the Chicago Bulls and the practice facility, but that evening to be able to play at Hoffman Estates, that's powerful and that's compelling, and that was certainly one of the drivers in the early stages of our conversations, really taking a look at opportunities within this general area and Hoffman Estates in particular. And so we're thrilled that we were able to get across the finish line, so to speak, and have this announcement.
Here with NBA D-League President Malcolm Turner. Malcolm, thank you for the time, and we look forward to the success here in Chicago.
Great. Thanks, Ryan. I appreciate it.
Covering the Bulls on the west side, Ryan Fahey from SportsTownChicago.com.